everybody. It's Tuesday, and normally I would have a guest, right? But I don't have a guest. And not that I didn't have a guest. My guest is very important. He's very busy. So, I just told him to go ahead and cancel, and I could do something else. So, actually, last week I wanted to do motivational hour. So I usually do like a motivational hour um audio, and I kind of just like chill. I get like a glass of wine and I just chill. Like I literally just chill and just talk about whatever the world issues are or whatever is pressing on my mind at the time. So we gonna do motivational hour for the first time live. Live. We gonna see how this work out because see, like when I'm talking to the mic, it's a little like it's nobody there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of just really talking to myself, like literally talking to myself. Hey girl. I see people talking about, hey girl, you can't hear me? Hold on. Because it might be something really wrong with this mic. Child, might be. Okay, how about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, yo. No, you one of my friends. I'm like, yo. So, like I was saying, I usually do this motivational hour, like just audio, and I kind of just like I just talk my stuff, whatever I'm feeling at the moment. I just like dump it all out, and people can't really say anything to me like during the process because it's audio and I'm recording it. But tonight we just gonna talk about whatever I feel, and at the moment I'm feeling like I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just playing, y'all. I ain't gonna go on no rant. I said I was gonna talk, but the main thing that came to my mind was change because the world is changing. Like literally, the world is changing now. So everything is changing so rapidly, and um, it's bothering us. It's bothering us. So either you gonna level up or you're gonna get left behind. So that's how I see it. Because if we don't level up, then we got all these high prices that we paying, all this stuff. And I know people like, well, the job's not paying, and you got to have two or three jobs to do this, and no job is safe, not even Uber not even safe anymore to do because I'm hearing like a lot of people getting hurt during the process. But let me help you step outside the box a little bit. But first, we're gonna talk about change. This change, you know what I'm saying? Because one of the major reasons why people don't change is because of their comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Like their comfort zone. Like we creatures of habit. Human nature is to be a creature of habit, meaning like this is who you are, this is what's going on with you, and this is how I want to stay. I'm good this way. I think the saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But who said it wasn't broke? Like, why does something have to be completely broken for you to fix it? Think about it. You'll have something in your house, right? Like you'll have a running toilet. You will try to fix that thing, like jiggle it. You'll be holding it, flushing it twice before you even call. Like it has to completely break down for you to call somebody to fix it, right? Why do we do that? Because that thing been tore up for like 2 months. And we do that in our life too. You know what I'm saying? Like we know something needs to change. We know we feel like an abruptness, like something forcing you to do something different. But we just want to stay the same. That's because we get comfortable. We get comfortable being in that one space, in that one spot. Yeah, we want to branch out. Yeah, we can visualize ourselves doing it, but that comfort still brings you back. So when you feel comfortable, you have to get uncomfortable. And I know people hate when I say, especially people who know me and who work with me, they know I tell them all the time, like, in order for you to change, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to be put in an uncomfortable situation. You have to be uncomfortable for you to change. For you to even think about changing, you have to be uncomfortable. Meaning, like, you can't create a comfortable space and then want to change and want to go back to that comfortable space because that change was uncomfortable. Change is most definitely 100% going to be uncomfortable because it means you stepping outside of you and creating something new. Creating something new. And with creating something new comes fear. I don't know if anybody on here today has listened to any of my past podcasts, but probably like 2 years ago, I did this research on fear and what fear does to us, like as a person, what it does to us in growth, what it does to us mentally. And fear is an intimidation. It's an intimidation. Fear of the unknown will block your change because you don't know if this is going to work. You don't know if this change is what you really need. All you're doing basically is kind of like you stepping out on faith and saying, I need a change. Hey, everybody, I need to change. But you can't allow fear to keep you complacent, like in one space, in one spot, doing one thing. Because if you allow fear to control you, you'll be in fear of everything. I think the biggest thing that people say they have is fear of failure. I don't think there's no failures. That's my personal thought. I just don't think there's failure. And I could be wrong, but I feel like you're gonna mess up. You're gonna do things that um don't add up all the time. But fear and fear of failure is part of success. I tell people all the time, if you know you want to change, don't even think about it. Just do it. Like people say I'm sporadic sometimes. They like you just be like, I'm gonna go here and you go. Because I'm afraid. And I know if I sit and let that fear fester in my mind, then I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm very impersonal person. Y'all know, like I really don't have no secrets. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. This year, I do my own taxes every year. Every year I do my own taxes. But I never get nothing back. People be thinking I get like all this money back. I hardly ever get anything back. It's not enough to talk about. I promise you, it's not enough to talk about. So this year I decided I was gonna do my taxes and I was gonna do my business taxes and I was gonna do everything. Y'all, I promise y'all, it took probably literally to April 15th to do my taxes because I was scared. I was so nervous, even though I had like my documentation, I had everything together, I knew what I was gonna do, but I was still scared. And if I would, and generally I'd be like, I ain't gonna do it, I'm just gonna do my taxes the regular way, forget all of that. But because I stepped out and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna let fear control me. Yes, it took me like six to 8 hours to do them, but I got it done. And it probably wouldn't have took me that long if I was scared. Now next year I ain't scared, so I'm gonna just do them. You know what I'm saying? But fear would have kept me back from getting what was owed to me. And you have to think of it that way. When you start thinking about changing, coming out your comfort zone. You feel what I'm saying? That's not easy. I promise you, coming out your comfort zone is not easy. And I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like it's easy because it's 100% not easy. But if you come out of that comfort zone, the next level is fear. So when you feel that fear or you feel that intimidation or you feel that little thing in your stomach that's kind of like bothering you or kind of like eating at you or whatever the case may be, whatever it does to you, just know that that's fear. And you have to conquer that fear to get to the next level. There's no way to get to the next level without feeling that fear. There's no way to get to that next level without feeling that fear. But then there's no way to get to the next level without conquering the fear. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be able to escape what you feel. Don't be afraid of success. I told someone the other day, I said, I'm convinced that people are afraid of being successful. They're afraid of what's going to happen outside of being successful. Why? Why are we afraid of success? Why do we allow our fears to control us and hold us down and keep us in that one space? It's okay to mess up. I promise you. I don't know how many times I can say this. I promise you that people don't know you messed up. They literally don't know. Only way they know is if you say something, you make a face, or you be like, I really messed that up. Other than that, they just think your life going the way it's supposed to go. So we got two down. Comfort zone and fear of the unknown. The next one is lose control. Like you literally have to lose control in order to change something. Like literally have to lose control. You are not you have to say like, I'm not gonna live in this little block somewhere, like this little space. You have to lose control. And what I mean by lose control is meaning like allow yourself to just move, to just move. Whatever it is you want to do, just move. Don't think about it. Don't get 100 doggone people to give you advice about it. That's probably like the worst thing you can do. If I'm gonna get advice from someone, it's literally gonna be one person. And I'm gonna ask one time and I'm gonna compare what they feel to what I feel, and then we going. We are going. I'm not questioning nothing else. When you start getting advice from like a million people, then it's no longer your decision. Now it becomes their decision. Or when you start keeping yourself in this space because you feel like I'm gonna miss something, I'm gonna lose out on something. No, you're gonna lose out on success. You're gonna lose out on growth. You're gonna lose out on the ability to learn something new, to open yourself up to something different. You're gonna lose out on the ability to get beyond that one person in that one level. So you have to lose control. So that's three. Changing comfort zone to get out of comfort zone. Fear, lose fear. I be thinking all the time, like people be saying, like I'm not intimidated by nothing. I'm not intimidated, but people be intimidated by themselves. Like you intimidate you. Your growth intimidates you. You ain't scared of nothing else, but you're scared of yourself. You're scared of that inside person, like that person that goes deeper, that person that reaches higher, that person that seeks that real gratification of life. And then we don't want to give up control. We want to control everything. We want to control our whole lives and just not say like I told you people all the time, like, girl, you just be gone. If I say I'm gonna do it, I'm doing it. Scared and all. Let's go. We're going. Forget about it. They want me to go, I'm going. Here I come. So you have to lose control. Another big thing with change is emotional attachment. I have no clue why we, and I say we because I've been in that situation before, why I want to hold on to all the emotional baggage that comes with losing control, losing fear, and coming out of my comfort zone. It's like we want to hold on to the past so bad, as if the past didn't hurt us, as the past didn't keep us complacent, it didn't keep us in whatever situation that we in. We want to hold on to that. That's like a person saying, and I don't like when people say this either. They be like, "I was born in this neighborhood. I'm gonna die in this neighborhood. Why? Why? You don't want to see nothing else. This what you. This you okay? I don't understand that concept. I don't understand that concept because you have to branch out. It's like a big world out here. It's a lot of stuff going on in this world, good and bad. Don't get me wrong, it's bad stuff that happens. But if you become so complacent and so emotionally attached to things that don't belong to you, and what I mean by like they don't belong to you is like when you go, who that you don't have what? There's no emotion attached. It's gone. When it's over, it's over. So why not release that old baggage, that old space, that old life, and try to step into something else? But we love to hold on to bad situations. We love to hold on to things that serve no good at all. And that's because we're comfortable. Those things make us feel like they're a part of you. Of course, they're a part of you, but there are other things that are a part of you as well. There are other things that you should learn and other ways that you can grow in order to be successful. And I'm not talking about just financially successful. I'm talking about mentally successful, physically successful, whatever. You have to branch out and release some of the control. What you say, Jordan? That's how I used to live until I grew up and realized really that ain't really different. Yeah, truth, 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 truth. That's exactly how it is. You have to like believe so much in your growth and just know like Things that belong to you emotionally, they're gonna belong to you emotionally, no matter what. But if it's not serving you any good, break that emotional bondage and just move forward. Like grow. So we got 4 now. So we got comfort zone, the fear of the unknown, loss of control, and emotional attachment. All of these things like will hinder changing. You know what I'm saying? Like will completely hinder change. And then self doubt, limiting beliefs. People believe like I think it's kind of like strange that people believe that they don't deserve certain things. Like they don't deserve a good life or they're not good enough. And I can't understand for the life of me why, because these are generally people who are really good and do really good things in whatever. Like I never heard anything bad about them, but they just feel like they don't deserve certain things in life. We all deserve a good life. Literally, we all deserve a good life. I don't think it was intended for us to have a bad life all the time. Bad things happen. That's true. But I don't think it's based on like your destiny to live bad or to be, excuse me, poor your whole life or to not be able to have or live from place to place or I literally don't think that's nobody's destiny. I think it's about decisions and I also think it's about knowledge. I really do. I think it's about the comfort zone, losing control, emotional attachment. I work with a lot of people and I work with a lot of people who are stuck in different areas in their life. Some people are stuck in the comfort zone. Some people are stuck in fear. Some people are stuck in losing control. But when they release that thing, it's like it makes me love my job a lot. It makes me love to see people grow because once they lose one of these or all 4 of these things, it's like they become a different person. And that's what it's about. It's about the growth aspect. I know people like don't really understand sometimes what a coach is or what a coach does or anything like that. But it's really you getting your healing or understanding what's going on inside of you. Because it's hard to understand who you are if nobody's giving you the ability to find out who you are, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense, but if that makes sense. So you have to kind of like learn all over again who you are, what you like, what you want to do. And then you have to find out what those triggers are. Like what what are you comfortable doing that you shouldn't be doing? Where are you comfortable at where you shouldn't be? You should not be comfortable, I don't know, using people. I'm just using that as an example. Because mentally you don't want to use people, but you feel like you're in survival mode, so you gotta use people in order to get to where you're going. But you really don't. You just have to get out of that comfort zone. It's like I talk to people about young ladies that tell me that they want to get off of food stamps or something like that. I remember when my kids was little, like 1 and 3, such and such and such, when they was young, and I was like, "Man, I do not want to be on food stamps for the rest of my life," because I always felt like it was a control thing, like they was controlling me by this, because if they took these food stamps away from me or I ain't recertified at a certain time, I felt some type of way. I felt like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god." You know what I'm saying? And I didn't wanna continue to have that feeling. And so I was like, what can I do where I don't feel like this thing is controlling me? Because if they decide they're gonna take them completely away, now I'm stuck. So I needed to learn how to, and this is just a basic thing. I needed to learn how to grocery shop with cash only and still be able to survive. You know what I'm saying? So what I did is I told them, listen, all right, I really feel like I don't make enough money, but guess what? Y'all can have these food stamps. I don't need these food stamps because really I only got 2 kids and I could provide for them. Yes, it pushed me outside of my comfort zone. Yes, I miss them food stamps, especially now that they big. So, of course, it takes you out and takes you to a different space, into a different zone. But in order for me to grow, I had to step outside of my comfort zone. I had to remove the fear of I need this or I need to be codependent on this thing in order for me to have what I needed to have. I had to lose control. And I had to learn that I had an emotional attachment to something that really wasn't even mine because at any time somebody can tell me those are not mine. They can take them without no question, no nothing. And then I had to stop doubting myself. So self-doubt will definitely hinder your change. If you keep telling yourself in your mind over and over again, I don't deserve it, I'm not good enough, this how I'm gonna always be, I'm stuck in this situation, nothing in my life is going well, then that's what you believe and that's what you hold on to. And that's the space that you stay in. I can try to talk you out of it. You can have 20 people try to talk you out of that situation, but until you start to talk to yourself better, saying, I do deserve this, I can do better, asking people who you know will support you or teach you or help you. Can you show me how to XYZ thing? Can you teach me how to XYZ thing? That's when you start to grow. That's when everything becomes real to you. So, okay, now we got five, six, five, five. So we got comfort zone, fear of the unknown, loss of control, emotional attachment, and self doubt. And then another one is lack of support will hinder you from changing. People don't think it will because they're like, I don't need nobody but the Lord. All kind of stuff people say. And then I be thinking in my mind, like, I need a lot of people. Like, I need such and such. I definitely need my mama. So I need her and I need my cousin. Yeah, I need that cousin. I need that friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally need people. I don't care what y'all say about, you just need good people. Honestly speaking, like, you literally, you need people. You need, you have to find your tribe of people. I've been telling people for the last couple of weeks, like, your tribe is coming. Your tribe is coming. Okay? But when people show you who they are, believe them. If they showing you any something that don't line up with your morals and your values, get rid of them. Don't keep the people in your space. So then when the good people come to your space, you know these are my people. This is my tribe of people. My tribe of people, but you need support. I know we go in this world and we thinking like I came in this world alone and I'm not alone and I'm gonna leave this world alone out. You need people. You need people. You need a support system to help you with the change. You need somebody to be accountable to, even if it's just one person, to be accountable to, someone to talk to and say, like, this is what I'm feeling in the inside. Can you help me? Or do you know somebody that can help me? Literally. So now we got six ways that keeps us from changing. The comfort zone, because we're creatures of habit. So if you want to change, you got to stop being a creature of habit. Fear, how you gonna be intimidated of yourself? How do you like why yourself intimidating you? Success intimidating you. Something that's gonna make you better intimidates you. And then you have to lose control. You can't be control of everything. You can't know what's going on in every space. I be telling people like, listen, you want to control everything that's going on around you, but you can't handle your business. Don't worry about nobody. Sometimes you have to focus on yourself. I don't know like when it was like a bad thing to focus on yourself. Because I hear mixed communications. People be like, oh well, you know what the Bible says, say you'll be lovers of yourself. Well, you better learn how to love yourself. Because nobody gonna love you like you love you. And you can't give everything away. And you can't be there for people all the time. Sometimes you have to focus on you and what it is that you need to do. I posted a video today, 6 months of change. So I remember when I went through my little period of change, like I'm finna change, I'm gonna change. I remember when I was at a particular bar in St. Pete, and I was telling the people that I was with, I was telling them like, listen, I'm finna change my life, and they was laughing at me like they was laughing for real, because they was like, no, you're not. You're gonna be the same person. You're gonna be doing the same. No, I told them like, I'm literally finna change my life. I'm gonna be somebody completely different, like the person who I had visualized myself being. So I had to lose control, emotional attachments. Don't get stuck in the past. You cannot control the past. The only thing that you can control is your future. You can control your come up, you can control your growth, you can control the push forward. But whatever happened in the past, it only shapes you to be better. Like it literally shapes you to be better. But we look at it all like as a negative condemnation and we use it against new people that come into our life. If something happened negative to you in a relationship, you have to analyze yourself because guess what? You cannot control that person. You cannot control that person. So you have to say, yes, this happened. This person did this to me. They cheated to me. They cheated on me. They dropped me. But what warning signs did you miss? How can you avoid that from happening? Not making somebody else pay for what they did to you, but how can you yourself avoid situations like that? And I said it already. Believe people when they show you who they are. Believe it. Cut those emotional attachments off so you can move forward. You might have been hurt in a way by friends, but that doesn't mean that all the friends that come into your life now are going to hurt you. But again, you have to analyze yourself because you can't control what nobody else can. You have to say, what did I miss? Because there was something, ain't nobody doing nothing blindly. Nobody. There was something that you missed, something that you ignored, something that you knew it was shady, but you kind of like forgave it. Mm-mm. Nope. They can say I'm mean all I want to, but I'm not mean. I'm gonna protect me. Protect yourself. And then self doubt. Self doubt is kind of like fear to me because you doubt yourself so much. You talk so negative to yourself. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you should say is like good morning to yourself. I love you. Oh, I love me. And then once you do that, when you look in the mirror, I look good. I'm cute. I'm whatever, handsome, whatever you want to be, whatever you is. Just be it. Don't allow other people's judgments of you to determine you. People always ask like, "Why you so relaxed when somebody says something negative to you?" Or because I don't care what they say. I probably wasn't even listening anyway, but I definitely don't care because what you think of me does not determine who I am. So what somebody else thinks of you or thinks of your ability, of your gift, or whatever you posted, or it does not determine who you are. That's just their opinion. And guess what? We're allowed to have opinions, but that don't make them true. And I think that we forget about that because we internalize and hold on to things, and then that begins to shape in our lives. If someone tell you you dumb, or I hear this a lot from people. My teacher told me when I was in middle school I was dumb, I wasn't gonna be nothing. So I guess I ain't gonna be nothing. So I dropped out in I don't know, 8th grade. So you allowed that teacher to shape in who you are, or you allowed that family member or whoever to shape. You are who you are, and nobody can tell you who you are except for you. Because if you loving on yourself and you believe in yourself, you don't need people to clap for you all the time. Your tribe will come. I promise you, the tribe will come. And then support. Keep good supportive people. Watch people. Watch how when you achieve goals, who be there for you, who support you, who share your stuff, who willing to help you, like to go out of their way and say, look, I'm gonna help you. I think people find it hard to believe a lot of times that when they call me and say to me, I want to get your services, but I don't have the finances. And then I say, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I just say, okay. Never did they say, do you think, all right, I'm just gonna offer you 3 sessions and see how you do. Because I never want change to be about money. And I tell people this all the time. It's not about money with me because I'm gonna be blessed no matter what. No matter what, I'm getting my blessings. But if you really want to transition, if you really want something different in your life, you have to be able to step out on that faith. I told somebody the other day, they said, such and such wrong with my car. I said, well, go to the car dealership and tell them, look, I don't have no money, but I need a car. I can pay the payments on it, but I need a car. They was laughing. They was like, I said, I do it all the time. I did it with every car I got. I just go in there and be like, "I don't have X, Y, to Z." "What? How much money you want?" 3,000. That I ain't got that. This what I got, and I need a car. So what we finna do? Because I know you can you have to be bold like that. You have to find that bold where you're not afraid or where you're not doubting. I'm not doubting when I walk into spaces. I told somebody else the other day, I don't usually take no for an answer unless it's like really like, okay, why she just being extreme. But you have to be bold in order to get the things that you want, in order to remove that self doubt, that fear, that emotional attachment. It's like you have to talk to yourself and say, okay, I'm gonna go into this office and I'm gonna tell them I want a raise. Now you nervous, but when you go in that office, you tell them what you want. I want a raise. I need a raise, and this is why. Because come with them facts. I need a raise because I do this, and this. It works every time if you don't doubt yourself. So another one is habitual thinking patterns. I think like the community of people, um, the way we think and our outlook and our perspective. When you start to change, all of that has to change about you. Like, it's not easy because like you think this way because of what you've been through, situations, circumstances, um, people that you encounter, things that you learned along the way, whether they was right or wrong, or whether they was up or down. It doesn't matter. So you have to decipher through your thoughts and say like, is this correct thinking, or is this like I want to get rid of this thing? Ask yourself those questions. Literally ask yourself those questions every time you have a thought. I promise, like during my journey of life, and I'm still on the journey because you're always on the journey, but I'm still on the journey. But in the beginning of my change, my biggest thing was the way I thought about people. You know what I'm saying? And only because growing up, it was always, I always seen like my mom and them always give, like my grandmother give, they give, they give, they give, they give. And I used to get so frustrated because I'm like, man, they always giving something away. They always got somebody. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Like I would get frustrated, and I would feel like people was using it because I'm very protective over my family. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was like it was getting used. So when I got older, I was like, ain't nobody gonna use me. I'm gonna give what I want to give, and then I, ain't, but I understand. So it's shaping what you went through, what you see, shaping your thought patterns. So you have to ask yourself, is this the correct thing? Is this perspective true? You know what I'm saying? Like if you grow up and they tell you, well, listen, you gonna live in this one area, you're not gonna expand, you're not gonna see nothing else, is where you're gonna be. So then in your mind, every time you get a little money, you're too broke to go anywhere else. You don't have enough money to do this, or you don't have enough money to do that. But in reality, you do. You have enough to do whatever it is that you want to do. But because somebody told you you will never be nothing, you will never go nowhere, you'll never have nothing. So that's how you look at life. You look at life as if you just don't have nothing. This is how you're gonna be. This is what I like. So you have to change the way you think. If someone tells you that only let me see, one thing that people tell me is certain jobs are only meant for white America. I be looking at people like, what? Like who said that? Because I know people who have jobs that they don't even have degrees. They have high school diploma, but they're in degree jobs. So it's all about you and what you believe and what you know you can do. Because you can do more. It's just you. And this is motivational hour. So this is all motivational. But it's all true. And it all works. Sometimes you have to step outside yourself and ask somebody something that you normally wouldn't talk to. I love when people who normally wouldn't talk to me talk to me because I know that they really want it. I know that they're hungry. And those are the people that I will coach for free. Like I won't ask them for nothing. Just to see the satisfaction of them growing is what makes me excited. I know people are like, oh, I ain't doing nothing for free because the world is so much about money. But I promise y'all, when I do stuff like that, I get random cash apps from people who I worked with a long time ago. It's almost like somebody else is paying for their service. You have the ability to do whatever it is. You just sometimes need someone to support that unlocking of your mind. It doesn't have to be me, it could be anybody. Ask questions. I had a friend who used to tell me all the time when I first started my transition in life, she used to say, okay, so you a hundredaire, you need a thousandaire friend. And she was like, you gotta pray and tell God you need a thousandaire friend. So I said, okay, I'm gonna pray. I need somebody to spend a thousand. So when I got a thousandaire friend, it was like, yeah, okay. So they started teaching me stuff. They started letting me read books that I never read that I probably would have never read in my life, but that I never read. Now, okay, thousandaire, or now I need a millionaire friend. I have a millionaire friend. And he teaches me a lot of stuff that I don't know. But that's the way it goes. So what he teaches me, I teach somebody else. And then I tell that person, you don't owe me nothing. Just teach somebody else what I'm teaching you. And then teach that person. But then you have to be willing to listen because everybody is not willing to change. And that's okay. If you want to stay the same, you want to stay the same. I respect you. I'm not going to put you down. That's your choice because life is about choices. But at the same time, don't wait till it gets too late to decide, like, I want to change. I want to transition. I want to do better. I want to do better. I saw a post today. A young person said that I want someone to teach me about business. And I was going to comment on the post. I really was, and I'm probably going to go back and comment on the post. But I wanted to see how many of their friends that comment on all their negative posts posted on that and said, you know what? I want to learn about business. Let's learn together. This is definitely motivational power. And that's just a perspective of who's around you. Like, who is around you? Are they trying to grow? Are they trying to go somewhere? Are they trying to stay stagnant in the same? And they don't, and not to say anything bad about them, but what is it that you want to do? What do you want to do? Because do you want to remain the same or do you want to have that ability to grow and to change? So that means whatever change you are pushing, you have to get around people who want that same change. If you want to travel, you got to get some travel with friends. You can't get no friends that say like, I don't have the money or anything like that. Because I promise you, somebody just told me a couple of weeks ago, you can put down payment down on the ticket. You get the ticket, you go out of town, and then you can just make payments. They take the payments out your account or something. I was like, oh, that's very interesting. I didn't even know that. Because here I am paying full price for tickets. Now I'm thinking like, where I want to go where I can put a down payment down on the ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously. And it's probably a lot of people who didn't know that because they probably like, dang, I probably could make a payment on the ticket to go somewhere, but I just like seriously, you have to be around people that are doing things that you want to do because a lot of times we think people like have all this money and they have all this stuff going on and they don't. They just learning the same way you learn it, and somebody just gave them an idea and they ran with it, and then this person gave them a little information. The only way. When I thought about podcasting, when I thought about music and everything, and now that like you into it, it's like this all that be happening. I thought it was something. No, anybody can do it. Anybody can podcast. Anybody can monetize off of it. You want to learn how to do it? Okay, find somebody who got a podcast and tell them like I want a podcast and I want to learn how to monetize off of it, or I want to write a book. I need somebody to help me with the structure, how to write a book. It's people who write books for you. You pay them, and now you got a book. Your words, your everything, they just write the whole book for you and help you pick out the cover. Promote your friends, like the people who have businesses and stuff. Promote them. Promote them. People can be as big as Walmart, I don't know, another store, Target, or the mall, whatever stores in the mall, whatever. I'm not a big shopping girl, so I really just order something and call it a day. And I'm gonna go to the health store and get something and just come on. Either way, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not a shopping person. But you could be that big or your friend could be that big, but we don't promote each other. We'll promote everything else. We'll talk about everything else. Like they talk about that little truma, whatever you call it, where you order that little stuff for $1 or whatever. Y'all know you can order all that stuff off of Alibaba and then you could sell them because that's exactly where the stuff come from. They just get extra money. You can sell them. Go to the pop-up shops. Leave all them big old places alone. Small businesses are suffering. These big businesses been stealing our money for years. For years. Another reason why I'm not a big shopping person. I ain't care nothing about no name brand or nothing. I love Air Force Ones. Don't get me wrong, I just like the shoe because it's comfortable. It's the most comfortable shoe on my foot. But I bet you I will not buy it until it's on sale. They'd be so cute. And they gonna sit in the store for $164. When they come down to about 60, 70, they might give up. Then I'm gonna be at the counter trying to get another discount because I know you got a discount. So let me get your discount. Anyway, but that's just my personalization of it. You know what I'm saying? Support small businesses. Go to the pop-up shops. Go to these farmers markets. Like I think I've said this 1,000 times before. Go to these places and buy stuff. Because at what point do we get tired of being tricked and used and afraid? Like, when do we stop? Like, when do we stop? We can be bigger than life. Like, you can have a whole community of businesses that do different things. In the whole world, it's one African American um, bread company. One, one. I think it's 4 or 5 men that black men that own it, but one. So why we ordering bread from them? It don't take that long to get here. I don't know. Just the example of like maybe 3 or 4 people sent me the video on the place in Clearwater, Frenchies, that had the racist little situation that happened. African American people own 89% of the buying power in the world. In the world. Even though we be walking around here talking about we broke. But we are 89% of the buying power. When stuff like that happens, that means like we have to shut it down. This is it. Y'all buy from the people in the areas that you stay in. Put your money back into your community. I know people will be like, oh, such and such, I don't know, like such and such white can't cook or this, that, and the other, whatever, whatever, whatever. But at least once in a while, they can cook something good, something. Even if it's a grilled cheese sandwich, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. Support, support people. So, like I said, this motivational hour, this what I do on motivational hour. I just usually do audio, but because it's live, we're doing it live. Um, motivational hour is just me ranting and raving about what I feel, and change is the big thing. The world is changing, so you have to change with it in order to continue to be successful or to have something or do something. You understand what I'm saying? The rent is going up in places and they don't care. Like they literally don't care. They don't care that it's going up and they don't care that we don't make enough money to pay high rent or to pay high rent plus our bills and because we don't fight back. So can you imagine if people in one complex just say, I'm not paying my rent. Forget it. I ain't telling y'all to do. I'm just saying. Just imagine. Just imagine. Because 89% of rental people that are renting are, I just want y'all to know, like, buying power, us, think about it. Think about the change. Like, literally think about the change and the build up and the strength and your ability to do something outside of what you want to do. So, this is my motivational power. And I ain't gonna rant because in a minute I'm gonna talk about the government and then they're gonna be happy on the blacklist. Well, like she is really too political. She cannot have a podcast anymore. So, but y'all know what the world is changing. Open up yourself, open up your mind, learn something different. Stop being gatekeepers of information and supports and all that stuff. Like I don't understand what y'all gatekeep. It's enough stuff in this world for all of us to have something. Something. You don't have to gatekeep like that no more. People try to people try to make it seem in our communities that it's okay to gatekeep because that's how they keep us separate. That's how they push you to one area and then they don't allow you to go into other areas without you having a problem or issue. Or they push you to one area and then they make you have opposition with another area that the people look just like you. If you understand what I'm saying. If you connect all of the dots, all of the places, and bring the people together, we are the most talented, most the most consumers. We come up with a lot of stuff of our own that we can use in our own communities and be able to support our own communities and empower our own communities if we stop being afraid of change. If we stop having a limited belief about what's going to happen if you go into another neighborhood or if the neighborhoods learn that we are not there. So before they cut my live off, because I'm sure they know before they cut my live off, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This is Motivational Hour. I do this every so often, but I usually do it audio because sometimes I be seeing stuff and they cut my off. So, but I love y'all. Good night. I hope y'all have a good night, and I hope that y'all want to change.